pandas. Good morning, my pandas, and welcome to my stream. I'm glad that you guys can join us today. It's Wednesday. You know what that means. Whiskey Wednesday. Let's go, baby. Glad that you guys can join us. Let me say good morning to a couple of my pandas here as you guys are joining our stream. Power Trader, good morning. Guit Phil, good morning. Aaron Korn from Los Angeles, good morning. By the way, if you guys are just joining, make sure you scalp that like button. Make sure you guys... Let me put up the message real quick. Make sure you guys scalp that like button. Make sure you guys drop a GM in the chat with your location so I can get a better idea of who my audience is and we can get a better idea what our audience is, what our community is like. SW Blaze, good morning from Chicago. Welcome. Detsu, his happy Thanksgiving message. I don't think I've seen his name before, but thanks for the happy Thanksgiving. It is Wednesday. It is the Wednesday before Thanksgiving. And I'll be surprised if we get a lot of action today. But the overnight session on the daily, look at this. We're coming back into our wick here. And it looks like it has unfinished business. It looks like it wants to touch that 20 EMA. The 20 EMA will be pretty much around maybe 3 points away from the low. So the 20 EMA is around right here. And I'm going to mark it here. On the 2000 tick chart, that's around where it might be, but it might move around as we get closer down to it. But regardless, this is kind of the area where it's going to be when it comes down to it. Good morning, my pandas. Welcome. Richard Belmont from Colombia. Welcome. Tim Chong. Good morning. FZ from Mexico. Tom Ains. Good morning. Free paper cuts. Good morning. Eric Druin, good morning from Canada. Richard Belma says, it is Wednesday, my dudes. It is Wednesday. Sam Stone, good morning from Outer Banks. Mafalala. Hello from South Africa. Buenos dias. My pandas. We have a 250 like goal. Make sure you guys scalp that like button. What's going on here, pandas? What is going on here? We had the spike in channel, and we broke down this channel with this expanding triangle. But at the end, it ends up just being its own little triangle. Basically, something like this. Fail breakout to the top, breaks out to the bottom. And let's see if I can capture a trend line somewhere here. Break of trend. Looking for the new low. New low created now after this break of trend. We could get a reversal here now that we have our new low and a two-legged pullback, but something odd here. It should have been here. What is happening? What is our trend line here that we need? Trying to figure it out. Could be this. The reason why I'm saying this is because typically I would draw here, and when we broke above it, failed breakout, came back below it. Try to break out again, come back below it. It makes sense to move our trend line here with this being a confirmation of this trend line. Good morning. Make sure you guys scalp that like button. 250 likes. We'll sip on some whiskey on this Thanksgiving Wednesday. Janelle Shiver, welcome back. Roberto from Chile. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Vincent Nieves, 8H. Good morning. Corsi. Good morning. Good morning. Arif. Good morning, my pandas. Welcome to the stream. We do have a potential trap here, pandas. Potential trap here. We are very close to the 20 EMA as well. I mean, I feel like we're going to hit it, but let's let the price action tell us more. Let's not do something counter to price action just because we think the target is here. Phil W, yeah, let's get that bamboo. Phil W with the two-legged pullback and the second entry. SW Blaze with the second entry. Thank you for all your support, my pandas. Really, the stream wouldn't be here without you guys. Good morning, good morning. Glad that you guys are here. Thanks for joining. Let me get a sound check. Let me know if the music is good. The volume is good here. Pandas, my pandas. If you look at the top left of your screen, you can see that I am up $7,623. Whoo! I'm about 1,400 away. 1,400 away from finishing this evaluation. We've made it all the way here, pandas. And we're going to get that. We're going to get that $150,000 account from Apex. Yeah, we had this really big triangle happening yesterday. And yesterday during the Discord, as we were getting here, I kept telling the Discord, the two-legged pullback Discord, while we were like around this area, I just kept saying, keep fading everything that goes beyond yesterday's close. Because we basically, that was going to act as a magnet. And every time it went away, just faded it. So went long here, hits it, 2 points. Go short here, scale in. Finally comes back down. Right, two-legged pullback here. All of these things come back to our close. I kept saying the close will be a magnet just because we're ending near the day, so close to it. It's probably going to act as a magnet until the close. And basically closes 1 point away, not even 1 point away, 3/4 point away from yesterday's close. And basically, we just create this huge doji bar. That means a doji. You know, all this price action before it. At the end, we just come right back to yesterday's close, or Friday's close. But now, when we look at the daily, we're trading with inside this wick here, making this entire thing here, right, this entire thing, a trading range. And so we can come all the way back down. We can have a failed breakdown of the bottom of this trading range. We can come back up. But right now, this is a trading range. As you can tell, if you look at this bar, all this bar is saying is that we started here, went up a little bit, went all the way down, came all the way back up. So if we think about it on a smaller time frame, this is a trading range. This is simply a trading range, this doji here. And that means this next bar is trading within this trading range. And so when we see a big doji like this, that means we're trading within it when we're inside the wick. Good morning, good morning, good morning. And so we are in that wick right now, and this is the bottom of the wick, and this line here I drew, it's pretty much the 20 EMA on the daily. So you can see the daily, and you can see yesterday's low here, and yesterday's low is about 3 points away from the 20 EMA on the daily. So this red line is yesterday's low, so 3 points away is around the 20 EMA on the daily. I'm marking it because it might be a really important spot that we're going to bounce off of. At least that's what I think. Good morning, my pandas. Welcome to the stream. Glad you guys can join us. Yesterday's volatility was amazing. I mean, I think maybe some of us got chopped up yesterday, but I thought the volatility yesterday just created so many opportunities. You know, so many trading opportunities for the two-legged pullback. And I thought I loved the volatility yesterday. And I was able to go up $3,000 because of that volatility. And yeah, that's why we're here right now. And many of you guys might not believe that, you know, that this, you know, at the end of my titles, when I say how much money I make at the end, I mean, at the end, it is what it is. I mean, I don't know what else to do other than show you the Rhythmic software, third-party software verifying my account. And I can't, you know, it's actually verifying my trades and my account amount. So if you still don't believe that I'm trading and I'm able to make money here using a two-legged pullback, then that is, you know, I just don't know what else I could do. I mean, I think at the end, I'm not the one with issues here. It might be you, but it is what it is. You know, everyone has the right to, you know, be unreasonable. Everyone has the freedom to be so, but, you know, it is what it is. So hopefully, yeah, at least having the Rhythmic software, you know, capture of it can be enough for you guys. At least for those who aren't just haters for the sake of being a hater. We are here. And we're about 1,400 away to reaching our goal, and we are so close. We're so close. Right now, this is my channel, and we're in the middle of the channel. I wish we could have some, maybe it's like a 2-tier channel type, but I'm just sitting on my pause here. We do have, you know, small trend lines in here, but yeah, it's hard to say in my opinion, because you can draw it like this and we can break a trend, and this could be our new low. That could be the case. Break a trend to new low. We could reverse here. That could be the case, where we have moving average gaps. That doesn't make sense to me, right? This trend line doesn't make sense. That could be the case here. Break a trend to new low. Could be making a reversal pattern here. That could be the case. Break a trend. We should have reversed here. We tried to reverse. Right? We had our. Typically, I would just draw it right here. You know, I would use this and say this is a break of trend. Right? Using that pivot, right? Even using two-legged pullback pivot, you can say break a trend to new low here. Another push down, two-legged pullback. Tries to reverse. ABC, another two-legged pullback. Comes up, tries to reverse here. And it shoots back down again. So we're just back on another downtrend in my opinion. This to me is another downtrend here. And we do have a break of trend here and new low just by a point or so. It's a little tricky in my opinion, but or we could just be having a trend like this, where this is a confirmation here. I'm going to draw it like this. And within here, I'm going to have these micro trends. Good morning, good morning. Lee AA, good morning. Icky, good morning, my pandas. Kellyanne, Ralph Gruns, good morning. Kellyanne, you know what? I actually am feeling a little under the weather. It's the weather's changing so fast right now. It's getting so cold, getting a little sniffly, and yeah, you know, even pandas get sick. It's a little nasally today, so sorry about that, pandas. Pandas, my pandas. Today is Whiskey Wednesday, and that means, pandas, you have a chance to get me to drink a little whiskey with you guys this morning for a cheers to having 250 likes. We are about a fifth of the way there with 49 likes. Make sure you guys scalp that like button. Good morning, my pandas. Russell H, welcome back. Pandas, let me know if my mic is too loud. I think I'm clipping here. Check. Alright, we'll keep it here. Aaron Core, whiskey will make you feel better. Sure will. So, pandas, if you want to make me feel better, let's get to 250 likes. Let's scalp that like button. I see what you guys are doing. Hey, it's not up to me. It's up to you guys. You guys have the control here. You guys have the power. Do your part. Make sure you scalp that like button. But pandas, as you guys are rolling in, I'm Bye Money. Welcome to my stream. Welcome to my Apex journey to get my $150,000 account. And in order to do so, I must pass the evaluation. So this is my Apex journey, passing my evaluation. They're wanting $9,000. And hey, we're almost there, pandas. We are about 1,400 away. And we've got here, trading only one single instrument. The biggest, baddest, most liquid market in the universe, the S&P futures, the ES, the E-mini, whatever you want to call it. It's a Super Bowl trade. We trade here every single morning with you guys at 9 a.m. Eastern time. And I'm glad that you guys are joining us before market opens so we can get a little pre-market analysis. I could say good morning to you guys and answer some questions. Get to know the community a little bit better because we know that once the market opens, it's game time. And I'm focused and I'm dialed in. Pandas, my pandas, make sure you guys fill out that poll. Let me know what kind of date you think it's going to be. Also, pandas, make sure you scalp that like button for that whiskey challenge. If you guys are interested in opening your own Apex account, there is a pinned message on the chat right now with a 50% coupon code to save 50%. And make sure you guys use that link in that pinned message. Helps this channel out a lot if you do that. Good morning, my pandas. We trade only one single setup on this channel. It is a two-legged pullback. It's a setup that looks like this. 2 pushes down or 2 pushes up. And we find it, if we find it in the right context, greater than 90% probability to make a point for us. For instance, we come here, two-legged pullback, right off the key area, which is this trend line. Nice signal bar, also top of the trading range, giving us a nice push down here. Not just a scalp, but entire swing. If you want more information about the setup, you can check out the playlist in the description below. It goes over the details of the setup. Also, we trade pure price action. So everything on the screen helps us with price action. I don't have any momentum indicators, RSI, stochastics, MACD. All I have is the trading range indicator that marks trading ranges using pure price action. Comes to the top, to the bottom, back to the top, back to the bottom, back to the top, back to the bottom. This is the trading range marked way back here. The trading range was marked way back here. And we could see it, several reactions off of it. Also, The two-legged pullback indicator, as we all know, on screen, all the numbers, automatically identifying all second entries, all traps, all leg counts for us, so we don't have to do any leg counting ourselves. And if you're new to the channel, if you want to know how the two-legged pullback indicator works, you can go to the website at www.twoleggedpullback.com. There is a tutorial section describing exactly how the trading range indicator marks trading ranges and also how the two-legged pullback indicator works as well. But for those who are new, we just look at the super signal here, and if it's a dark red or dark green number, the super signal is the signal here on the right of the chart here. It's just these three things: the diamond, the number, and the tick counter. You just look at these three things, and then we have enough. This tells us if it's a second entry. So if we're in a good context, we want to take this. Dark green or dark red numbers is a second entry. Pandas, my pandas, welcome to the stream. I'm glad that you guys can join us. Whiskey Wednesday. I really think today might be like a low volume day, so that's why I wanted to do the Whiskey Wednesday today, just so we can have something to do, because there might be a lot of chop today. But looking at the pre-market session, I mean, we could have some volatility, but unsure here, pandas. We're just watching. We do have a reversal pattern here, and like I mentioned, right, we have breaker trend to new low. We have the reversal pattern happening underneath the 20 MA. It's not somewhere I like to take the reversal pattern, but does give you more than a point here. This is about 2 points here right now. Actually 3 points. Actually 2 points. 2 points. Almost 3 points. But for right now, we're just watching. Gaza asks, how can you identify if it's a trap? If you look at the super signal, there will be a magenta box. So basically, the super signal will tell you what it is, and if it triggers here, this signal will jump to the top to let us know what it was. But all of these have been traps. Magenta boxes are traps. Magenta boxes and also gold boxes. The market's about to open. Make sure you guys fill out that poll. Most of you guys think it's going to be a bear trend day today. I think it's going to be a bear trend. At least we're shooting for the 20 MA here. That's my opinion. Like where we are right now, since we're coming back into this wick, we'll most likely come back to the bottom of the wick and come to the 20 MA, have a failed breakdown. It might bounce back up into our trading range here. But this trading range on a daily, for those who thought this was going to go up forever, while this bar was forming, it was a solid green bar, and it just looked like it was going to rocket into outer space. And then finally just reverses and comes back down, back into the trading range. And then we bounce off, come back to the top of the trading range, and we come back down here, and that was yesterday's price action. It's within the trading range in the daily, right? The trading range indicator works on any time frame because it uses price action, right? Also the two-legged pullback indicator you can see here, this is the daily chart. If I didn't tell you this is the daily chart, you guys would not know. This looks like a 2000 tick chart. It looks like any other chart here. So that's why price action is the best thing to use, because it works on every time frame. Price action is the best to use, and that's one of the benefits. But the reason why it's the best thing to use is because, to me, it is the most accurate thing to use for trading. If you want to really know what institutions are doing, price action is the footprints. We are following the footprints of the institutions, and we can see the footprints as they're going. And as we see the footprints going back and forth here, we can see that the footprints maybe are telling us we're in trading range, right? Because these are the footprints. Footprints are going down. Maybe it's going to continue to go down. Duncan Cotton says, I'm a big bourbon person. Let's go, baby. Yeah, I usually drink bourbon on these whiskey challenges, so make sure you guys scalp that like button. Let's get to 250 likes. But I usually drink bourbon. My go-to Buffalo Trace, Eagle Rare. These two are probably my go-to. I would drink Blanton's every single time, because to me Blanton's is like heaven on earth. It's like, farm to table. This is like heaven to tongue. It's heavenly. It really is divine. Alright, Pandas, market just opened. I knew the market opened just by looking at the price action here. Duncan Khan, let me know what kind of bourbons you like. We're getting a lower high second entry, but this is after this reversal pattern here. I'm going to sit on my pause a little bit here. We do have a reversal pattern playing out right now. So I'm sitting on my pause right now, pandas. I'm gonna wait. I'm thinking it's gonna keep going down, but I'm just gonna sit on my pause, wait for a little price action here. I'm gonna skip this one. It has a good chance to make a point, but I'm skipping it. Gaza says, do I drink some of a good day? I do have a bottle of Blanton's. I do save for special occasions. I usually drink it with friends. Bent number 5. Oh, Duncan Collins drinking. See, like, thinking about Blanton's is the best bang for the buck. You know, I bet you those 15 to 20 year ones or 12 to 15 year ones are pretty expensive. That's an outside bar reversal. I'm not taking that. Also, the bottom of the trading range. May come back to the top of the trading range here. But Duncan Collins, hey, if you have a good bourbon, let me know in the chat. Man, yeah, I mean, those all sound amazing. I haven't tried any of those, but I definitely gotta try. Duncan Khan says, I like McKenna 10-year as my daily drinker, but when I can get it, Weller 12-year, George T. Stagg, Taylor, small batch. This guy knows his stuff. Yeah, I mean, of course you can get like better whiskey than Blanton's, I think. Or better bourbon than Blanton's if you spend some money. But I mean, Blanton's for the bang for the buck is just amazing. Trap here, actually finding triggering right there. It actually has an outside bar reversal, comes back up inside bar. We are getting some volatility here though, pandas. This is interesting, and we're actually getting some volatility here. Gonna skip a few trades in the morning here. I don't want to rush anything. We're clearly under the 20 EMA. The 20 EMA is clearly acting as resistance here. We do have a trap coming back down, and yesterday's low is a magnet. Also, the 20 EMA on the daily is a magnet. This sort of this line here. I'll make this blue so we can differentiate. This is the blue line. This blue line here is a 20 EMA. Strong signal bar to go back up, but not interested in this because the 20 EMA is acting as strong. I might want to go short here, pandas. 20 EMA is acting as a strong resistance here. And we're bouncing off of it, making a trap to the downside, and we might get a fourth push down here. I'll be interested in a trade here to go short. In this trade, small risk. I may get stopped out here, but small risk here for another trap, right, with the downtrend after this trap. If this trap fails, it'll most likely come back to the top of the trading range here, but tickling my target. It tickled my target, pandas. Tickled it. It's just tickling me. I need to fill me though. I need to fill me. That looks good. I like how that ended. Don't reverse. Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby. Now we can come back down. Let's go, baby. Just good enough for that scalp. Let's go, baby. Easy peasy, easy money. This downtrend. Another trap here potentially could push us down, but I'm going to skip the 5th trap and actually going to reverse it if this trap fails to make a point. So I'm not interested in this 5th trap typically because after H4s we reverse here. The trade that you take here is actually a failed 5th trap. Coming back up to the trading range. That's why you scalp out, pandas. This is why you scalp out, and this is why the runner, you just get the runner and then you put it at break even. Because this can happen and you would have just lost that. You would have lost money on that trade. Coming back to our trend line here. Back to the 20 EMA as well. This trading range might actually come back up to the top of the trading range here. Wouldn't be surprised. Because the trading range indicator, marking the trading range for us. Coming back to the top of the trading range on the trading range indicator. You can see here, it's trying to touch the top. Top of the trading range, hits the top of the trading range with the H4 pattern here. The reason why I mentioned H4 because H4s typically act as reversals, and what I mean by H4 is there's 4 pushes down, 1, 2, 3, 4 pushes down with the indicator very easy to see. You just see the 4 here with that magenta box. You see that's an H4 failure. That means that 4th push down failed to continue the trend, and so at the end we have 2 two-legged pullbacks in a row. This is why we like those H4s, A, B, C, A, B, C, right? 2 two-legged pullbacks in a row. That's what the H4s are. Gonna fade this. When this breaks out, I'm gonna fade it, come back into their trading range here. I wanna fade this breakout with a good signal bar. The reason why is because I think we're in a trading range still. Come back up, come down. But strong bull bars, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bull bars in a row makes me think this might be just a reversal instead of coming back into a trading range. Kind of hard to reverse it when you get a strong bull bar like that. Another reason why this is a very strong bull trend is because look at this bar. This bar reversed and ended up bullish, right? This is actually the reversal bar but ends up bullish here. Hard to trade against this. But I may fade it. I'm going to look to fade this if this is a good signal bar. Coming back into our trading range. Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 bull bars in a row. Terrible signal bar to go short right now. We're still within the gravitational pull of this trading range. This trading range still is valid. Right? This is an important area. I might come back into it here. It does trigger the second entry short with a terrible signal bar. Not interested. Trigger bar is decent. Still not interested. So the bar was bad for me to enter in, so that's why I didn't fade this. And ends up scalping a point for us, and it can come back to the bottom of the trading range. But the risk was small, so maybe you could have taken that, but it's just a bad signal bar, pandas. A bad signal bar. Like, why would I go short on a signal bar like this? Right, with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 bull bars in a row, it's not something I'm interested in just going straight short into. But this is a for sure break a trend now of this trend line. And what that means, pandas, is I know it sounds crazy, but we're looking for a new low. We're looking for a new low. We're looking for a double bottom. We're looking for something, some reversal pattern here. We're looking for something to come back down here to retest. And this is why I may fade this back into our trading range. If this is a good signal bar, I may fade this. If it's a decent signal bar, I'll go short on a lower high setup here. Come back into our trading range. Good signal bar here. I'm going to come back into our trading range. So I'm thinking here. With a lower high setup. Also 10,000 tick chart. Let's go, baby. I should have maybe let it marinate a little bit, but let's go, baby. Got the scalp. I should have maybe let that runner marinate a little bit to come back to the bottom of the trading range, which most likely it will do now. Right, trading range indicator marking for us the trading range. Coming back to the bottom of the trading range. I should have let that runner marinate just a little bit to make sure it doesn't stop out immediately, just so I can get to the bottom of the trading range here. That's our target. But the trading range indicator, I mean, you're seeing it right before your eyes, right here, happening and working as it should. We have a two-legged pullback here. A, B, C, below the 20 MA. Signal bar, not so. Signal bar is a doji bar. Still aiming for the bottom of the trading range though. Bottom of trading range hit. That's why I should have let that marinate just a little bit. But pandas, it's all good. It's all good. Let's go, baby. Hey, make sure you guys scalp that like button. 250 likes for that whiskey challenge. Let's go, baby. We're just seeing this clearly right now. We're going to come back to the bottom here. We're going to try to get to the 20 MA, in my opinion. Trading range. good signal bar. Come back to the bottom. That risk was worth it for me. But man, I wish I had that runner. That runner would have been nice right now. Basically, I would have my runner still, but I mean, it is what it is, Panda. You kind of risk a little bit if you don't scalp out and move your runner quickly. You have that little moment of risk where you can actually reverse on you on that one bar, and you prevent that by moving it immediately. But you also lessen the probabilities that you can catch a runner like soon after it's done. And so, it is what it is, though, Pandas. Moving on to the next one. Right now, I'm only trading 2 contracts, but you know, any of these scalps could be, you know, you can scale up as your. The reason why I'm trading so small, Pandas, is because my trailing drawdown is only $5,000 plus. You know, I only, you know, on stream, you know, there's that added stress that just chips away at your edge here. This is a 2-legged pullback. I'll be surprised. Actually, I wouldn't be surprised, but this could potentially come back to the top of the trading range here. I would like another push down before fading this. Yeah, I don't know. It just looks like it wants to make another leg down. If I were going to fade this, I would fade it here on this failed trap. I would fade it here, come back to the top of the trading range. But this is also creating a 2-legged pullback, A, B, C, potentially, to continue the downtrend. So you have to ask yourself, which one will it be? Sitting on my pause. Could be that double bottom that we were talking about. But see this little thing here? This is just a 2-legged pullback in my opinion. A, B, C looks like a 2-legged pullback trying to form here to maybe make another push down. Regardless, doesn't matter because it doesn't trigger yet. We're still within this trap here. This is actually a trap to the downside. And some people may get punished here by trying to take this trap at the bottom of a trading range. I don't trade breakouts, so I'm not going to take this trap here. But the trap is good to make a point. For those who took that trap, we're able to scalp out. Still haven't made a new low yet. Like I said, when we saw this big bull move, I said it might sound crazy, but this is break a trend. We're looking for a new low here, and that's exactly what's happening. I mentioned that already. I mentioned it before all of this happened. Before any of this happened, I was mentioning this is what we gotta look for. It's price action time and time again. Getting a strong push up with a terrible signal bar, not interested in that trade. It could make a point, it can come back to the top of the trading range, but just not interested in a signal bar that looks like this. Ever, even if the best setup possible, with a signal bar like this, it's not something I'm interested in. And some people might get punished by trading that signal bar here. Might get stopped out for you guys. Potential trap trade here. It's a 2-legged pullback, Pikachu trade. A, B, C, just a 2-legged pullback. You can tell by the dark red number, and with the magenta box makes it a Pikachu trade. Right, that's a Pikachu. We could push down here, but I don't trade breakdowns. I don't trade breakdowns or breakouts, so I'm not trading this. I may fade it if this reverses here. I may fade this back into our trading range. I may fade it. Made a double bottom, perfect double bottom right now. You can see right here, double bottom. I may fade this if we come back up. This reverses, I'm fading this, I'm coming back up here, pandas. I'm gonna fade this trade. Failed Pikachu here. Coming back up to the top of the trading range. Maybe come back at least to the top of these bars here. What's a 2-legged pullback? Pushing back down. Looking to fade this. Just for a scalp. In this trade. Maybe come back to the top of the trading range here. It may sound crazy. But those failures to trap down made me want to enter this. I may lose this though, pandas. I'll be completely okay with that. I think it's worth it, right? Another H4. Let's go, baby. Oh, should I let this marinate? Should I let this marinate? Yeah, let's let it marinate. Let's get back to the top. Let's go, baby. Ooh, strong bull bar ending near its high. Hopefully it doesn't stop me out. Hopefully we can get some follow through. Ooh, wants to stop me out. No, don't do it. Don't do it. Ah! Let's go, baby. Still got it though. Man, that was like very promising. We come back to the top of the trading range. It teased me, it tricked me. I really thought, woo, we're going Super Saiyan mode. Let's go, baby. There's 3 scalps in a row. Right, that failed trap here, that failed Pikachu made me want to enter that. And a lot of institutions were entering that trade right there. But then the strong bears are coming in and saying, we're going to come back down and we're going to hit this now. So something different happened here, pandas. We're in Super Saiyan mode. We couldn't get to the top of the trading range. We pushed back down. That's something different, right? This trading range, in my opinion, is having price action that is not typical. We should be coming back up here. And since we didn't, I feel like this trading range is starting to lose its strength. And we could break down here. And what should have happened, we should have gone up here. We should have, but we missed it. It reverses. This is why you put your stop at break even +1, so you don't lose any money on this. Now we actually made a new low. Strong reversal bar. It's unfortunate that we couldn't get back to the top. I really wanted that. You know, it is what it is, the pandas. I wouldn't manage that any other way. That's how exactly I would manage it every single time. That runner. But that's what it is, you know. Sometimes it does that. Let's go, baby. Make sure you guys scalp that like button. Let's get to 250 likes. Whiskey Wednesday. Wednesday before Thanksgiving. Let's celebrate a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. There was one time we did a whiskey challenge, and it was at 250 likes. The amount of concurrent viewers we had when they met that goal was around 250. It was like a 1-to-1, like reward risk ratio, a 1-to-1 viewer like ratio, and it was amazing. I know you pandas are capable of it. Let's got that like button, pandas. Trying to fade that breakdown, break out multiple failed attempts to push down, right? Just kept failing to push down. Comes back up, comes back down. Hey, this might come back to the top of the trading range. But in my opinion, the fact that this made another push down here, even if it comes back up, it most likely will break back down. Most likely will break back down. But this is the new low here. Right? Breakup trend to new low. We finally made that new low here. So now we are kind of in the spot where we may reverse here. I would not be going short here, to be honest. I'd like it to try to come back up and then make some movements downwards. But this trading range, sucking it back up here, kind of amazing that we did this, come back up here. We made that new low. Now we're above the 20 MA. But in my opinion, the fact that we made this secondary push down here makes me hesitant to go long, right? Because what should have happened, we should have gone back to the top of the trading range, but instead we try to push down again. I think this shows strength from the bears here. Even though we might get a strong push up here, I have not forgotten the price action here. Something odd had happened, right? This is the first time this has happened. Even though we have a pretty decent strong push up, we're still under the 20 MA, right? No moving average gap here. Let's go, baby. If you guys are just rolling in, I'm by my money. Welcome to my stream. Right now you're joining me on my journey, my Apex journey to get a $150,000 account. In order to get a $150,000 account, I am on the Apex evaluation right now, and we are So close to passing it. We're so close to passing it. We're about $1,200 away from passing this. $1,200 away from passing this. I mean, I could honestly get this maybe, you know, on Monday or Tuesday. Very possible. And the reason why we're doing the whiskey challenge today, Whiskey Wednesday, is because it might be a slow day today. Because it's the Wednesday before Thanksgiving. And in my opinion, we've already made our moves, our big moves, right, on the daily. Oh, we're breaking down now, pandas. Like I mentioned, when we had this other push down, it was weird. It was weird that we had another push down here. But who knows? We're reversing back up, so sitting on my pause. I'm not gonna take a breakdown like that. Does not look as an outside bar reversal. Push up here. Struggling to get above the 20 EMA. You know, you typically don't want to go long if the 20 EMA is acting clearly as resistance right now, as it has been. Right here, right here, right here. Does make a scalp though, absolute scalp. But sitting on my pause, strong bull bar ending near its high, above the 20 EMA. This could push up to the top of the trading range. A, B, C, right? Two-legged pullback. That's all that is. Decent signal bar. Trading range is still valid, active. The only reason why I'm not going long here right now is because we did something odd here. We came up before touching the high, come back down, broke and make a new low. That's a little tricky for swing traders, right? The swing traders would have all been stopped out right there. The swing traders would probably not, maybe not get stopped out. They might have been able to scale in, right? Looking to get up here, thinking the risk reward is worth it. Come up break even if they don't think the trade is good anymore. The premise is wrong. It's how I would take it, at least. Guit Phil says, why he doesn't understand. For those who don't know what the Apex funded account is, right now I'm currently trying to pass the Apex evaluation, and that gets you a $150,000 funded account. And what that means is it is exactly what it sounds like. They give you $150,000 to trade, and you can trade that essentially risk free. Right, you don't, if you lose, right, the account, then it is what it is, right? You don't take any of that loss. But potential trap here, pandas. Trap's gone. But you know, so but in order to get that funded account, you need to first pass the evaluation. And the reason why you want a funded account is because, one, right, you don't assume any risk. Two, you have $150,000 to trade with. That means you can trade with more contracts than you could trade with your own account. And so, but there's some caveats to that, right? For instance, the funded account, there is a drawdown that you can have, right? It's a static drawdown that basically is the original amount of the account. And so as long as you don't lose more money than the original amount, once you like make like $10,000, it becomes a static drawdown, and it goes back to the original capital plus 100. As long as you don't go to there, then you can keep any profits you make, and you keep 90% of profits, and you can trade more contracts than you typically can trade. And that's why the funded accounts are nice, because you don't have any risk when you trade, and yeah, and plus you can trade larger contracts. But in the beginning, I think you have to trade pretty conservatively still and grow the account, because of the drawdown is $5,000 until you make more than $5,000. Once you make more than $5,000, then your drawdown is essentially just the initial capital plus $100. J80 says, yeah, I mean, the thing is, but when you trade it, like right now, I'm only trading 2 contracts because I'm not trading it with a $150,000 capital. Just because $150,000 capital doesn't mean I can trade however I want. I have to trade according to my drawdown. And so my drawdown is 5,000. So because my drawdown is 5,000, I'm only trading 2 contracts on stream, and off stream I double it. I trade about 4 to 5 contracts, and that's off stream. And so it is what it is. But then once you start to gain more capital, once you can build up some capital, then you can yeah. So this is what I'm doing right now. I'm trying to get the 150K funded account. Pandas, I know you guys can do better with the whiskey challenge. I know, I've seen it with my own eyes. I know you guys can do better. Make sure you guys scalp that like button. And for those who are interested in doing the Apex challenge, right, Apex evaluation, getting your own funded account, you can use the coupon code in the pinned message, and there's a link there as well. Now we're getting choppy, and this is why I wanted to do the Whiskey Wednesday, because we're getting choppy now, and we're just kind of slicing in and out of the 20 MA, but we're still in the lower half of this trading range, and I'm not looking to go into any of these trades, even though all these trades kind of make a scalp here. I'm not interested here, mainly because I saw this price action, right? This is another push down here. Very odd that happens, right? Very strange that happens. I think the bears are showing its cards a little early here, but I think the bears are still in control, and they might buy back. They might sell again when they come back up here. If it does come back up here, the bears want to come back up here so they can short it again. But pandas, my pandas. As we are just chopping around here, let me go over a couple of my chats here. We do have a high or low second entry here. This could propel us to the top here, to the top of the trading range. Very tricky. I mean, this looks like it wants to come back to the top of the trading range. Right? If I saw this price action anywhere else, it looks pretty good. But the only reason I'm not entering because I saw this, right? Something odd happening here on this trading range where we should have come back to the top. We failed to do so. But that's enough for a scalp here. It might get back to the top of the trading range now, but it's just odd that this had happened, and I'm thinking if it comes back up here, the bears are going to try to short it. So I'm going to look for it to fade it again up here. That's my plan, but needed to get to the top, needed to get to my area, so there's no unfinished business. It might fail a couple times, but we're really looking to go short here. J80 just says, I just won my 3rd U-Profit account. Now I can trade 36 contracts. Let's go, baby. Congrats, congrats. Comes back to the top of the trading range finally. I mean, the trading range indicator, what can I say, pandas? You're just seeing it live in action. Top to the bottom, back to the top. That double bottom here. That failed trap to continue the push down. I'm not looking to fade it here. It has to be a little higher than that in my opinion. Plus terrible signal bar. But I am looking to fade this again, pandas. I know it looks very bullish right now, but the trading range is what it is, and I'm going to fade it once I get a chance. But like this price action here actually looked pretty good to go long. Ooh, again, not looking to go short here. Needed to be a little bit higher It just taps it, but I wouldn't be surprised if it comes back to the bottom trading range right here because the bears are waiting. Yep, the bears are waiting for that. But that signal bar was terrible. It is what it is. The bears were waiting for that to come back down to the bottom. Wow, it makes a big wick here. I mean, this wick could reverse this, and this can go up for a long time. That's a pretty strong reversal. Something similar happening here. Misses the bottom of the trading range and reverses strongly up here. So this could actually break out now, and I wouldn't be surprised if it does break out here. But that's odd, right? Come back down and misses the bottom. That means the bulls were waiting here with limit orders to come in, and they were saying, we're going to buy it up again. Making a higher high, breaking the previous high here. We are on a breakout mode right now. This is surely a breakout mode. Maybe we can capture a trap here. I'm not looking to fade this now, right? With that miss of the bottom of the trading range, I'm not looking to fade this. I'm looking to actually go long here. I may go long here, pandas. That price action, gonna wait for this candle to finish, but I may go long here on this trap. Ooh, this signal bar is getting larger and larger than I would like. But that's a signal bar. We gotta go for 2 points here, pandas. I'm sorry. Signal bar like that, I feel like we gotta go for 2 points. I'll just take a 1. Let's go, baby. I'll just take my 1 point. That's a big signal bar. But we're on breakout mode right now. Comes back down. Everything's gonna just stop out my runners. The runners just get stopped out. Ooh, we're still in our runner. Let's try to get 4 points. Don't do it. Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby. Every runner. I should just scalp out my entire position because today's not the day for runners, pandas. We have an L4 set up now. Surprisingly, getting some good movements right now. We were choppy here, but there's a lot of volume today. Surprisingly, a lot of volume. We're getting a lot of candles printing. We actually have a lot of volume, which is very strange, right? Again, this runner gets stopped out and goes up higher. It's just out to hunt your runners right now. Strong push up, right? Like I mentioned, because of this wick here, essentially missing the bottom of the trading range, right? And reversing immediately like that made me think we're going to have some pushes up here, that breakout. L4 setup. This trading range is no longer valid, right? It had broken out of the trading range. It's actually kind of crazy, but the 10,000 tick chart is showing a very massive trading range. It's been so choppy going down. The 10,000 tick chart thinks this is still in one big trading range. There has not been any movements big enough to actually consider a breakout. Instead, it just expands the trading range. And so we're actually still in a trading range on the 10,000 tick chart. We might come back up to the top of the trading range on the 10,000. It's actually kind of insane. But that's the trading range indicator on all time frames. Pushing down here. Clearly breaking above the 20 MA. Right? What we had is that breakup trend to new low, reversal. But the reversal didn't really happen on a good setup. Other than maybe this setup here. This setup was pretty decent, but guess what, pandas? Your runner got stopped out with that big wick. So no runner still. All the runners are getting killed. Pandas, my pandas. Let's go, baby. What, 444 today? Seriously. Aaron Corn, Panda is unstoppable today. Going Super Saiyan. Super Saiyan today. We're feeling it. 444. Let's go, baby. 444 on stream. $444. That means I would have been up $1,000 in my regular scalping. It's all good. Feeling it today. We're reading this perfectly today, pandas. Sitting patiently, waiting for our setups here. But yeah, that tricked me. This tricked me. This made me think we're actually gonna break down. The fact that we made this another push down was odd to me, but now, you know, we did the exact same thing here, missing the bottom, and now this took precedence over this. We have another trap here. Not interested in this trap though. Not interested in that trap. No siree. Starting to do a spike in channel. Very tight channel here, but it's a spike in channel. We're actually coming off of the spike in channel. This could make a point here on this trap. I'm going to sit on my pause though. I'm okay with ending 444 here, but let's keep reading the price action. I would skip this just because I think we're getting choppy here. But this is off of a trend line. This could potentially make a point here still. Coming off the trend line. Small risk, very small risk. Could make a point here. But this is kind of getting late in trend, right? Late in trend now. It's trying to make a point. The risk is very small. Almost makes a point here. Makes a point on the 50s at the perfect scalp. 75 absolute scalp. Failing, right? Currently can't make a point. Instead, this trap fails and you got stopped out. That's why I'm not interested in that trade. So two-legged pullback here. The decent signal bar off the 20 EMA. I'd be interested in going long. Brandon Jones gets the upgrade on the badge, gets the second entry on that badge on Christmas Eve. Let's go, baby. Hey, there's a reason for everything. Pandas, make sure you guys scalp that like button. I know you guys can do it. I know you guys can get to 250. You guys definitely have enough. There's enough viewers here right now to get to 250. For some whiskey here. The decent signal bar may be interested, but something here, pandas. This trap fails. Failed traps are also odd, right? If you're in a strong bull trend and you have a trap that fails, that's odd behavior to go long, right? Like everything long should be making a point if we're truly in an uptrend or in a strong breakout. The breakout has ended when that trap fails and reverses. Actually comes back to the bottom of our trading range here. We do have a two-legged pullback with a decent signal bar, but ABC. But that trap failing makes me not want to go long here, right? Failed traps are a sign that the bulls are weakening, right? The traps should be making a point, right? The bulls should have been eager to enter there and go long, but rather it reverses and it fails. We might get a failure here, right? This is a trap right now. Ooh, I might take this trap here, pandas, but I'm going to sit on my pause. I'm going to sit on my pause even though this has a good chance to make a point because we had to break a trend and we want a new high. We still have not made a new high yet. So this trap could most likely make a point though. But I'm sitting on my pause because we want a new high here. I actually will go long on this failed trap here. This is actually a failed trap. I'm going to go long here looking for that new high. The decent signal bar, I've been looking to go long here. Terrible signal bar, doji bar. Sit on my pause. But that's a failed trap currently. You can see with the magenta, with the gold box here. We're looking for a new high, but it might give us an H4 setup instead. I'm just sitting on my pause here because of that doji bar. I didn't like that doji. And we're getting another push down. That's why I'm skipping that. I dodged 2 bullets there. Now this trap makes a point finally, right? And this H4 triggers on a outside bar reversal. Sitting on my pause here. We still want a new high though, pandas. We still want a new high. Still looking for a new high, so just being careful going short here. If it reverses back up here, if it breaks this candle high again, I may go long here because this outside bar reversal is failing. I may go high here, pandas. Actually looking to go high here now. Looking for a new high, and I'm going to scalp out my entire position. I am going high here. I'm going long. It's a little odd to go long, but this is a failed breakdown, right? Failed trap here. We're looking to go long here. If it comes back up here again. Unless it gives me a bad signal bar, I'm not interested. Not interested with the signal bar that looks like that. No, sir. Not interested in that. Ooh, but this reverses immediately. Ah, now it's looking like it wants to make a new high. It really looks like it wants to make a new high here. This is an H4 setup. Still an uptrend in my opinion. Whew, that's tricky. That's tricky. That's really tricky. That's really tricky. That's tricky. I'm saying my pause here, pandas. That's tricky. Ooh. Pushes down. Perfect scalp. It looks like it wants to push down hard. Like really hard. Like come back into our trading range type hard. So you can see we keep going down, further down, 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 right? Previous highs could not reach, right? These wicks could not reach the previous highs. Making it very bearish. Sitting on my pause. This trading range might suck it back in, even though it's actually technically broken. Maybe balancing off the top of this trading range here. The trading range resistance acting as support, no longer valid. Broke below it. Not interested anymore. It's not acting as support as it should. Alright, pandas, we're over 100 likes. Do appreciate it. But pandas, we need all the pandas to come together, to join forces, to get to that whiskey challenge. If everyone that's viewing scalps that like button, we could for sure make 250 likes. For certain. For certain. Ooh, like I said, strong push down. When I saw these failing to reach the previous wick high, it looked so droopy. But still an H4 pattern here. Coming back into our trading range. Very strange. Basically, what could have happened was this. I mean, this could have been the case. But it could have just been this, right? This could have been a break of trend to do high reversal pattern. That could have been what happened here. Big push up. Terrible signal bar, but that's the H4 setup. Terrible signal bar. Not looking to go long here. Richard Belmont says, I think this is the last trading day of the week. It's actually not. There's a half day on Friday. We have a half day on Friday, but I won't be streaming. This will be my last day streaming on this week. I'll be continuing my stream on Monday. Monday. Looking to make a point here on that H4. Makes a point, makes a scalp here. Terrible signal bar. I'm not interested in a signal bar. Big risk. Terrible signal bar. Nothing. Not interested in that risk here. But those taking this risk, in my opinion, gotta look for 2 to 1. Has to come back up here. Those who are taking that risk. thought potentially we could get back to the 20, get down to the 20 May, but maybe printing an inside bar here. Pandas, my pandas. Just sitting on our pause, no setups right now. Oh, pandas. Hey, pandas, let me know what your menus look like for Thanksgiving. Personally, I'm not a turkey kind of guy, so I'm not eating turkey on Thanksgiving. It might be sacrilegious for some of you, but I cannot make a good turkey. I just cannot do it. Some of you guys were really nice. They actually sent me some recipes on, you know, turkey recipes, which I might be looking to. But even if you send me the recipe, it is a lot of work to prepare one turkey. Either a lot of work or you gotta buy like a deep fryer for turkeys, and you know, those actually are pretty good. But you know, it's just a lot of work. My family and I, we're more like steak type people. So for us, we probably just try to eat the thing we like the most. But let me know in the menu. Let me know what your menus are in the chat. What are you guys eating for Thanksgiving? Aid BBM ask, Aid asks, does your context for 90% win rate consider the MA? Just curious. Depends. Just depends on the market cycle. If it's trending, yes. If it's not trending, no. If it's in a market, if it's like, if the market cycle is trading range, the moving average is not as important. Aaron corn with some carne asada. That sounds amazing. Yeah, I mean, deep fried turkeys, that's the best I've had. Tamales and pozole. You guys are very interesting Thanksgiving. I thought I was being sacrilegious and extreme by eating steak for Thanksgiving, but you guys are eating some other stuff. Oh, football, yes. I mean, who needs. I mean, honestly, the food and football is what makes Thanksgiving what it is. Man, I kind of want to go short here, pandas. All these failed breakouts to the top. But it's too choppy here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 overlapping bars, and 3 to 4 of them are all dojis, right? Doji bars. Sitting my pause here. Even though this could make a strong push down, just sitting on my pause. Carne asada. Sounds good. The deep fried turkeys. I mean, the one thing about deep fried turkeys is kind of scary. Like, I've seen like people like throw frozen deep fried or frozen turkeys in the deep fryer. And they're like literal bombs. Like, it will explode, and then, you know, all the fire will catch on, and all the oil will just start, you know, combusting. And yeah, it's dangerous. Make sure you thaw your turkeys if you're gonna deep fry them. Just watching here. Not much action. This is why we want that whiskey challenge. Be right back. I'm back. Pandas, my pandas. This trap looks so juicy, actually, to make a point. Looks really good to make a point. Sitting on my paws here. Yep, easy point there. That looked really good for point. I just sat back down and just saw it, and I just didn't have time to react, and I just didn't want to just jump in a trade. But that trap looked like easy money right there. This 3 trap failed to like a pullback because we're still looking for that new high, pandas. Right, this break a trend to new high before reversing. My opinion that this basically became a channel here. This channel broke, looking for a new high for that channel. With right H4 reversal pattern. So the reversal after basically when you have a trap with a 4, the next reversal is a reversal. So usually 4 pushes down, it's the end of this leg, pushes strong up. Pandas, how crazy will it be if we come back to the top of the trading range on a 10,000 tick chart? That could be a possibility, but just looking for a new high here. And the thing is, even with a new high, what you have to wait for is a trap off the 20 EMA, failed second entry long. That is your setup, and it's hard to come by because there's a lot of specific price action that needs to happen. But that's a trade that we're looking for. Don't forget, pandas, make sure you scalp that like button. Still have about maybe 23 minutes. 23 minutes to get to that goal. We're almost halfway there, pandas. Almost halfway there. Once we get halfway there, the likes start to kind of like roll higher. We just need 4 more likes to get halfway there. And it just starts rolling. It just starts rolling, pandas. Hey, by the way, is Trades by Matt still streaming? I don't think I've seen a stream in a while. If anyone knows if Trades by Matt is still streaming, let me know in the chat. I don't know if he's taking a break. I'm not sure what's happening. Got a 2-legged pullback right here forming off of the 20 MA. It's unsure. This price action is a little confusing to me. This might be the attempt for that double for the new high. We may get a reversal pattern here right after this reversal. Oh, okay, TBM is still trading. Haven't seen a stream in a while. Trades by Matt. I remember when I first started, he was like the first trade. D. Lou, thanks for continuing your membership. You are a panda with a second entry. Let's go, baby. Do appreciate you and your support. But D. Lou, he's a 6-month member. That was a 2-legged pullback right there. A, B, C with a terrible signal bar. Oh, we're halfway there, pandas. Halfway there, and we got a member rejoining us. Let's go, baby. Let's give D. Lou a warm welcome. Coming back to the Panda fam here. I can't add him, I don't know why. Pandas, my pandas. Looking for that new high. New high. Still not there. Looking for that new high. $130 likes. I guess you guys don't want to see me drink whiskey. I guess you guys couldn't do it. I didn't. I thought you guys could do it, but I'm guessing you guys are just not there. Just not there today. You guys don't want to see the whiskey. Double top, perfect double top. Most likely will make a new high here. Most likely make a new high. We're so close to it, you're just thinking it's going to make a new high with this momentum going upwards. Could use this pivot. This makes more sense here. After the two-leg pullback, using the pivot on the two-legged pullback. D-Lou was a member for a long time before this, and him becoming a member again, I guess all together collectively became a panda for 6 months. But D-Lou was a follower a long time ago. The thing is, people, they cancel their memberships, they rejoin when they want to support again. I understand. Everyone has their own financial situations. But I do appreciate anyone just continuing to support this stream, and it just motivates me and lets me know that I have a community that supports what I do here. Even though I do this for free, you guys still support me, and you guys know how much work I put into this thing. And obviously, you guys enjoy the content, so I do appreciate it, guys. Kirk Reed. You get all the panda emoticons. You get priority responding to your questions, comments. $137 likes. My pandas. We're just watching this. We don't have any entries right now. This was a decent entry, but terrible signal bar. Not interested in that. But we made our new high finally. Now what we need to wait for is a trap trade to the short side. The only way, that's the only trade we'll go in short. Otherwise, we're looking for long trades. If we get two-legged pullback back to this trend line, I'll be interested in going long. Craig K says, trade by Mets. Has an active Discord. Actually, we do have an active Discord. We have a two-legged pullback Discord, but it is only available to those who have the deluxe, two-legged pullback deluxe edition, and that's something you get for a lifetime. I think the deluxe to the standard is only $50 more, but I think it's completely worth it. Sitting on my paws, no setups. T2, love you guys too. I really love this community. It is the best community on YouTube by far. The energy, the positivity, and everyone just encouraging each other and having each other's back in this community. It's just unheard of. It's unheard of. Something interesting happening here though on the 10K chart. The 10K chart actually does have an outside bar reversal here, and it does trigger by one tick and reverses. This could be a failed trap, and we can come back down here, and yeah, it could happen. We could reverse here. My only trade really would be a trap to the downside, because I feel like we have finished our move here. I would like it to happen on 20 minutes because it would break this channel and we'll be below it. Currently just sitting on my pause. Got nothing really, nothing that I love. 5-minute chart, it's simply just a two-legged pullback off of the 240 SMA. Simple as that. Now we're below this channel. We will need this setup here. A, B, C, A. Reversal. This is what we're looking for. Let's see if it happens. Preferably under the 20 MA would be nice too. If you can get it like this. Something like this. Look at what this 10K chart is doing. One tick to break above, one tick to break below, reversing immediately. Interesting. That's just odd. This 10K chart. Ruining lives right now. But pandas, we have our setup that we're waiting for. We're looking for a certain specific setup, and we won't trade it until we get it. We have the makings. This could be... this is a two-leg pullback here. Very interesting. Don't know yet what's happening. Just sitting on my pause. Ooh. Second entry long though. Off the 20 EMA. I wish it was below the 20 EMA right now because the 20 EMA still hasn't been touched here. Need a lot more price action than this. Still need a second entry to trigger and fail on me. So this is the setup that I've been talking about. Second entry long, failed, reversal. Touch the 20 EMA here. See if we can get that second entry long to trigger so we can trade the reversal. The main reason being, right, because we have this breaker trend to new highs. Ooh, if we can get that second entry to trigger here, that'd be a nice setup for us to go short. This is where we want to go short. And you could swing trade this potentially here, but I'm going to just do what I typically do. I'll take my scalp and I'll swing my runner. But I may go for 2 points on this. We'll see. I'd like this to trigger the second entry long here. So we can trade the reversal. The market might just give us a micro double top though. Right, it might not make it. It might not, it might be stingy. It might not give us our discount here. Looks like it wants to trigger it. Second entry long, triggered. Pushing strong. Strong bull bar ending near its high. Kind of hard to take this trap right now because the strong strong bull bar ending on its high. You got to reverse all of this and take it down here right now. Pretty big, right? Pretty big risk. 1, 2, 3. Trap's gone. Two-leg pullbacks are working. Every two-leg pullback's working right now. Even with this breaker trend to new high. That's where it should have reversed, but it did not, pandas. It should have reversed here, but it did not reverse here. And that not reversing here makes me think we're going to be pushing up higher. The 10,000 tick chart, as you can see, we're very close to the top of the trading range on 10,000 tick chart. We're about 3/4 of the way up there, and we could potentially come back up here. Even yesterday's close is a good spot as well. But the fact that we didn't reverse here, where we should have reversed, in my opinion, makes me think we're going to go higher. We're just going to keep going higher. A pan has 141 likes. Oh, can we get to 250? Is it possible, pandas? Is it even possible? Should I lower the standard? Should I get it to 200? Should I make it 200 likes? The spot where I expected the reversal to happen did not happen, so I'm thinking we're going to just keep going upwards. If this reversal failed, it should have reversed right there. Change it to 150 likes? No way. At least 200 likes. I may lower the bar to 200 likes. Oh, pandas. Just to make it more interesting. It is done. 200 likes, pandas. We just need 54 more likes. Get that whiskey. Let's go, baby. $200 likes to get the whiskey. Just cause it's Whiskey Wednesday. Just cause it's Thanksgiving. So much to be thankful for today. Seriously, pandas, there is so much we should be thankful for. As you guys know, I am a Christian. And, you know, for me, I always think that whatever I have really I don't deserve, and I really think God is so gracious. You know, I mean, most importantly, you know, we can be thankful for earthly things, but at the end, you know, as a Christian, you know, and as anyone, the most thankful thing we should be thankful for, or the thing we should be most thankful for, is definitely, you know, the fact that God gave us a way for salvation through Jesus. And if I'm just being real here, that's the thing I am most thankful for. I'm not trying to proselytize. You know, this is not the platform for that, technically, but me as a person, that is what I'm most thankful for. And, you know, you can give me, you know, a winning lottery ticket, and I'd rather have salvation through Jesus than a lottery ticket. Let's just say that. It's the thing I'm most thankful for. You know, second thing, my wife. You know, Mrs. Panda. There is no better. Man, it takes a special person, right? A special panda to be married to Bye Bye Money. And I'm just so thankful for my wife every single day. It's, can I tell you? But hopefully you guys are thankful this holiday. And I know everyone has different reasons to be thankful. But yeah, for me personally, those are things I'm most thankful for. Thankful for this community as well. I mean, you guys are the best community, and you guys don't understand. You know, I'm only here right now because of this community. You know, if this community wasn't what it was or what it is, like, I would have no reason to really do this, at least on stream. You know, and yeah, super thankful for everyone here, especially the pandas. You know, you guys are amazing. So. Proficiently as what happens at 200 likes, I sip on some whiskey for you guys. Crack open a bottle of Buffalo Trace, drink some whiskey at 11 a.m. and you know, we get to celebrate. Pandas, my pandas. Alright, we're just sitting here, pandas. Nothing to trade, in my opinion. Just watching. Getting very choppy with a bunch of dojis. So just watching this go up without us. But the obvious target is yesterday's close. And we might get back to it. We're very close to it. To me, we turn to a spike in channel here. Let's get back to price action trading, pandas. Lee AA, so thankful just to be alive. I mean, aren't we all? Aren't we all? Converting to a spike in channel here. $152 likes. Almost a 200. Getting that whiskey challenge. Couldn't get there. Doesn't seem like we're gonna get there, pandas. Not sure if we're gonna. I'll extend this to 1050. I do have to have a hard stop at 11, so I gotta prep a little bit. You know, believe it or not, I have work outside of this, and so pandas. We'll extend this stream to 1050 to see if we can get that whiskey challenge to 200 likes. One final push from you guys, hopefully. But also, pandas, hey, know that if you guys want to get an Apex funded account, then you guys can there's a 50% coupon for you guys. Make sure you guys use it. There's a link as well. Also, that's in the pinned message. Also, if you want more information about the indicators on screen, the two-legged pullback indicator or the trading range indicator, you can go to the official website, www.twoleggedpullback.com. Clearly, we just broke beneath the 20 EMA, but man, oh man. Very interesting. I thought we were going to reverse right here, but wanted one more push up. It's just strange to me. That behavior is strange to me. Another push up here. Pandas, my pandas. Pushing down now after that new high. Made like some sort of wedge top here, it looked like. Some sort of wedge top here. That's reversing, but To me, the reversal should have happened here and it didn't, which is odd. Didn't realize we had an L4 set up on the 10K chart. Coming back into the trading range potentially, perhaps. Just watching, just watching. Not much to go here, but man, today 4 for 4 on stream. Let's go, baby. Watching, just watching. Pandas, my pandas. Not sure what it is, but these whiskey challenges typically you guys reach it pretty easily, and I'm surprised we're having a hard time reaching these whiskey challenges. But I guess every day is different, you know. Can't always expect the same thing every single time. Trying to say there's a setup here, but hard to say. Dream bigger. How are you able to trade during your full-time job? I actually wake up extra early, get some work done so I can have some time to stream and I get right back to it. So streaming for you guys is not free for me. It actually causes me to have to wake up and sacrifice a little bit of my own life. Got 2 more minutes. I just don't think you guys can do it. You're at 160. 160 likes. $40 more likes. Can we get it in 2 minutes? I don't think it's possible, pandas. We have a 2-legged pullback here, pandas. 2-legged pullback here. After a wedge top. Reversal. Pick as you trade. Oh man, I'm actually interested in this trade here. Coming off the 20 MA. Terrible signal bar. Signal bar is not looking good. Trade range as well. $165 likes. I don't think you guys can make it. 35 more likes in about 1 minute. I don't think it's possible. 34 more likes? 33 more likes? It's actually possible? I don't think it's happening. I saw a small burst. I thought there was a chance. Thought there was a chance. Alright, pandas, that's it for today's stream. It is 10:50 and I gotta end the stream. You guys were 30 likes away from reaching the goal. Unfortunately, did not get there. but I do appreciate valiant effort. Pandas, have an amazing Thanksgiving, seriously. And I hope everyone has something to be thankful for. And on Monday, I'll see you guys bright and early. We won't be streaming on Friday. And so I'll see you guys on Monday bright and early. And I hope you guys, have an amazing holiday. That's it for the stream. Trade safe, everybody. And as always, happy trading. God bless.